Joining us this morning is a man who's had a really fascinating job since the beginning of the year. This is Bob Novak. Bob, good morning to you.
Good morning.
He has been Channel 3's sketch artist through the whole Jimmy Demora trial.
And Bob, you were there for 7 weeks as this trial went on, studying Demora in intense detail. We noticed a lot of changes just here back in the studio. What stuck out to you with the changes in Demora?
Just the fact that he looks like he's aged 8 years in as many weeks. Or as many, as many weeks. It's amazing the change in him, the arrogance, the cockiness. It's gone.
The swagger is gone. And as we look at some of your work, I'm holding this up here. This took you 8 hours to do, you were saying, give or take.
Because it was the initial sketch.
Tell me, anybody who's on jury duty is told, hey, this isn't Law and Order. We're not going to have prostitutes and political fat cats and all that stuff. You had a lot of colorful moments to reflect on.
Interesting to say the least.
This is one, I'm going to switch pictures here. That's Jimmy Demora. Tell us what you key in on when you're in that courtroom.
I try to create a scene, not just draw a picture, because I want the viewer to think that they are sitting actually where I am. So it's all about creating a scene and getting expressions.
And you said, too, that you kind of have a photographic memory because you have to create this in an instant.
Well, yeah, and you don't have a lot of time. That's the whole thing. And you're looking up, you're looking down, looking up, looking down. And it just, what is ever in your memory is what sticks.
Is there a day that sticks in your mind in this whole thing? You sat there through a lot of it.
Probably the day that Frank Russo testified. And there was a series of pictures that were shown of one of Jimmy Demora's backyard pool parties. And one of him in a bathing suit, which is just like burned into my head and I can't get rid of it.
Demora or Russo?
Demora. And I included it on one of the sketches in there on a laptop. But Jimmy Demora in a bathing suit is pretty scary.
In fact, let me pull that up here. You kind of did it in a discreet way.
Right, I put it on a laptop, yeah.
So how do you make that call on the fly? You say, okay, let's do it
Well,
this way?
I just want it's interesting. And it's something that the general public will not see because it's only on the monitors in the courtroom.
Right.
So if I put it on a monitor, they can see it.
Wow, fascinating. You had a front row seat to some pretty fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Is it bizarre to have it over? 'Cause it owned your life for a while.
Well, it may not be over because he's still got his appeals going.
That's
he's
true.
going to be sentenced in July, I believe.
Right.
So who knows? I could be back there. I didn't realize I was going to be back there yesterday, but I was.
And all of a sudden you're back.
Yeah.
Great work.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
so
you.
impressed. It's really an honor to have you in here with us this morning.
It's one of those jobs where I say, I could never in a million
geeked out,
years
right, I
do
know.
what you do. Bob Novak, thanks very much.
Thank you.